Okay, let's try this again. Last week I wanted to ride 40 kilometers and basically do my longest ride of the year, but unfortunately for me it seemed like the universe kind of conspired against me, and for one reason or another I didn't manage it. I still managed my longest ride of the year at 32 kilometers, but today I'm out to do 40 and really do 40. Well, it seems that I'm not off to a good start. As with last week, it looks like there's another road closure, but that's not really surprising because I have to cross the same little river. I'm just crossing it a little bit further down at a proper ford this time, but I can see through, and it looks like, although the river is quite high, I think I might be able to get through on a little path that runs alongside it. Let's see. I managed to get through it. The river was considerably deeper than it was last week, but yeah, hopefully no more floods. My ride today is down to a place called Bognor Regis, and that's a fairly biggish town on the south coast here. It's a ride I normally do in the summer because the sea down there is quite nice and it's quite pleasant to sit down and have a look at the sea. But on a day like today, it's not all that much fun. It's one of these grey, overcast and rather cold days. But the reason I chose to do this ride today is because I know for a fact that from my house down to Bognor is 35 kilometers. So when I get there, all I need to do is another 2.5 kilometers out along the seafront, 2.5 kilometers back, and that's my 40 done. There are a couple of other reasons why I chose this route today. The first one is that it's more or less flat. The ride I did last week was pretty tough with 2 fairly long climbs, and today's flat route is going to give me a fairly easy win, which is kind of what I need at the moment. The second reason is that normally there's quite a strong tailwind going to Bognor. The prevailing wind is coming from the southwest and Bognor is to the east of me, but unfortunately today there's no wind at all, and normally that would be a good thing, but today I'm not getting any assistance at all. It's pure Leonardo power. The unfortunate part about today's route is that it is quite busy and I am riding on relatively busy main roads, so that's the reason why I'm stopping and doing these pieces to camera rather than doing them on the bike on the road. The other disadvantage to this route is that I have to cycle through the city of Chichester. It's not the busiest of cities, but it's still not the most pleasant place to ride. Fortunately, that's me on the slightly quieter road now, so I can talk a bit more. And on a normal day, when I'm fairly fit, I can do this route in about an hour and a quarter, but today it's already an hour and a half and I've got about 4 more kilometers to go, and that's basically because, as you guessed, I'm unfit and I have been stopping and doing filming and stuff. So it is going to take a little bit longer. I was wondering why I felt like I was picking up a bit of speed. That explains it. There is a slight tailwind today. Hurrah! And there's the sea. The last time I came down here, I think was during lockdown, and the sea was just a gorgeous Caribbean blue. I couldn't really believe where I was. Felt more like the Maldives or yeah, the Caribbean or somewhere. But today it's just a leaden, cold grey. But it's still, you know, nice to be down by the seaside. 35 kilometres in now, so I've just got to extend it by 2.5 kilometres and then ride back in. So I'll just carry on heading east and see where I get in 2.5 kilometres. Another 2.5 kilometres out, and that brings me to a village called Felpham. And I must admit, my knowledge of this area gets very sketchy once I leave Bognor, but fortunately it's just a very straight road back in, so I'm just about to start making my way back now. Well, there we go, that's today's ride done and dusted. It's actually 41 kilometres, so definitely the longest ride of the year, but only 145 metres of climbing, so it wasn't desperately difficult, but yep, it's still nevertheless the longest ride of the year. I actually feel quite good about that. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, but I could probably carry on for maybe another 10k, but I don't need to do that today. I'm meeting somebody here who's going to give me a lift back home. So that's today's ride done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.